I hope that you guys are doing so well. And today I'm going to be touching on several different things, but one of them I'm going to start out with. The other night I rewatched this documentary called The Gerson Miracle. Now if you don't know, this documentary is about Max Gerson, who in the 30s and 40s figured out the powers of juicing, essentially, and juice fasting. Now this documentary goes into way more detail than just that, but it does talk about that quite a bit. And I watched this probably 4 years ago when I first started going raw. I actually watched it with my parents, and I just found it so fascinating. This is when I was like the most into juicing that I ever was, and I loved it very much. And I learned about the Gerson therapy, and Charlotte Gerson, who was Max Gerson's daughter, she took it on, and they have the Gerson Clinic in Tijuana and yada yada. So I would really highly recommend that documentary. It is actually on YouTube. That's where I watched it. So how I started watching it is somehow I was with Ryan, and somehow that came up, and I was like, oh, well, there's this documentary, and we looked it up, and he really enjoyed it. So that was just kind of fun, and it really kind of sparked the fire in me to want to do a juice cleanse. So I'm thinking about doing one, you know, maybe like a 2-day one or whatever. So I don't really think that I need to embark on like a 60-day juice fast, although sometimes when we don't think we need to do stuff like that. But I'm more interested right now in doing like a 2-day cleanse or whatever. Not really a cleanse, but just taking in these epic nutritious juices. But anyway, so that was one thing. But I also kind of wanted to go into the subject of how we literally, and this kind of boggles my mind when I think about it, we literally only have one body in this life, in this realm that we're in, this physical world, whatever you want to say. We only have one try at this, one physical body. So, you know, the Lord, is what I believe, gave us this flesh puppet. You know, we are a soul encapsulated in this little puppet here. And we have been given every opportunity by nature to treat it well, you know, to have a good life full of energy and vitality. And sometimes, you know, I did this too without even knowing growing up. I was just unknowingly doing bad things to my body and not giving myself the life that I could have had I eaten healthy and blah, blah, blah. So we only get this one body, and it's like we have to seriously take the reins here, take control of our health, and make it the best one that we have. So for me personally, I embarked on this raw vegan journey 5 years ago, and it is seriously, it has just been so amazing because I feel so good and I feel so satiated, and I love it so much. So I eat fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, raw living juices, raw living smoothies, and it is absolutely epic. It is the most wonderful thing that I could have even wished for. So I also have totally embraced nature. So before, when I was eating the standard American diet, when I was totally out of touch with my body and out of touch with nature, I hated going outside. I was one of those chicks where I was just like, ew, you know, I don't want to go for a hike. That's ew. I want to be inside, you know. But now I've totally changed. I love going out in nature, and I love the sunlight and just sitting there in the sun. And you know, whether you're by a lake or a pond or grass, it doesn't matter. As long as you are outside, to me, you are one with nature. And the farther that you can get away from the city, the better. So I live in Oklahoma City, but I kind of live on the outskirts a little bit. So it is like this, I just love it so much because I can, you know, get away from the hustle and bustle and get some more fresh air, you know? But yes, you have to be one with nature, and it's not like you can exactly be one with nature like we should be, you know, like 500 years ago, because obviously everything we do almost is not natural. We live in boxes, we drive in boxes, I'm speaking into a box. I mean, some people eat out of boxes, so I'm fully aware of that we really aren't living in a natural lifestyle, but the most we can, the more we go towards nature, the better off we'll be. So I enjoy eating a diet of plants that come from the earth and going outside and just being in that kind of bubble, you know, as much as I can. I'm not saying everything I do is natural, but I really try, And that also goes for the products I use on my skin and the cleaning products. So I woke up at 4 this morning, which is kind of crazy. Normally I wake up at like 5 or 5:30, 5:45. But today I woke up at 4 and I just was full of energy. So I got up and I rebounded. And I totally cleaned my kitchen. And what spurred me to think about that is I used natural cleaning products. So I am like a cleanaholic. I have to have a clean environment and I enjoy that very much. I almost just can't handle it when my bathroom's dirty or my kitchen's dirty or whatever, or everything's a mess. So I use a lot of cleaning products, but what I use are natural ones. And I posted on my Instagram about this a couple days ago, or probably a couple weeks ago, about my DIY cleaning products. And if you want a video on that, let me know. But the point is that I don't use toxic chemicals that burn your hand and that have crazy chemical smells and fragrances. I don't use any of that stuff. I use natural stuff. So even cleaning your darn kitchen, you need to go closer to nature because it reduces the toxic load on you. It helps your organs and glands and just everything so you can thrive. Because isn't that what we want? Sometimes it's not really about how long we live. It's the quality of life that we have. And that is what I go for every single day. Anytime I have two roads, one is a more toxic road, one is the least toxic, I'm always gonna go this way, man. Because we only have one body, one life. So yeah, that's the point of this video, is do right by your body because it is such a blessing to be here right now. So thank you guys for watching. Click like and subscribe. Check out my book, Get the Glow. I also have a recipe book, Down to Earth Raw Vegan Recipes. It's lit, as the young folks say these days. But yeah, and I also have vegan coaching and all kinds of cool stuff on my website, victoriarawvegan.com. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Take time now and think about what you got. Look inside, draw the surface curtain. You can be certain, my friends, we got a lot. And everyone's got their own stories of sorrows and glories. We can laugh and we can cry. We play out these lives.